Alright guys, so today we are going to be working on probability, and I can tell you that this first lesson is actually going to be fairly easy. It shouldn't be that hard for anybody, but I had to make sure you guys did notes tonight because I will be gone tomorrow and I need you guys to make sure you got something to work on tomorrow. So we're looking at probability, okay? So, a couple definitions you need to know. First one is called the outcome. It's the result of a single trial. Okay? So if I'm doing something, whatever the outcome is of one trial, that's called an outcome. Sample space, that's going to be all the possible outcomes, and I'll actually talk about some of this when we do these examples. The event is going to be whatever it is you're looking for the probability of. So any outcome or a group of outcomes. Complement of an event. So whatever the event was, it's everything else that consists in the sample space but is not included in the event. And then odds, it's the likelihood of an event as a ratio. Okay? So theoretical probability, how it's found is it's the probability of the event equals the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. Okay? And this is going to be the key, really. So when we look at an example, it says, what is the probability of rolling an even number? So if I have a six-sided dice, the numbers on that dice consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So these are all the numbers that are on a six-sided dice. Alright, so let's fill in some of these things. So the first thing is the sample space. So this would be my sample space. And you're not going to have to do this when you do a lot of these, but I just want you to get the hang of this. I probably will have you do them for this worksheet, but it's just so that you get used to the definition. So the sample space is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just all the possible outcomes. Okay? The next one is the event. So in this case, we're looking for the probability that you get an even number. Okay? So my event then is even number. The complement to the event, then, if all the even numbers are in the event, then the complement would be odd numbers. Okay, so that's the complement of the event. Alright, so now, in order to find the probability, the bottom is the number of possible outcomes. So I have 6 total possible outcomes. Out of those 6, how many are even? Well, you've got 2, 4, and 6, giving you 3 favorable outcomes, which means the probability that I roll an even is 1/2 or 50%. Okay? So we go to example 2. Our solar system's 8 planets, in order from least to greatest distance from the sun, are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You will randomly draw one of the names of the planets and write a report on that planet. What is the theoretical probability that you will select a planet whose distance from the sun is less than Earth's? Okay? So I have the probability that it's less distance. Okay? Now, how many total? So my sample space then would be all the planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. That would be my sample space. This is my event. The complement to the event, if it's less distance for the event, then it would be, the complement would be more distance, like farther away from the sun. So the number of total is going to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because there's 8 total planets. And how many of them have less distance than Earth would be 2. Okay, because these are ordered from least to greatest. So you have Mercury, Venus, and then Earth. So that would be 2, giving you a probability of less distance would be equal to 1/4. Okay, or 25%. Okay, so this is going to be your guys' first chance of doing this, but here is example number 3. You need to do this on your own tonight, and you need to bring it into class. I probably won't do this on Wednesday since I won't be here, but I will be doing this on Thursday. Okay, so the question says, in a taste test, 50 participants are randomly given a beverage to sample. There are 20 samples of drink A, 10 samples of drink B, 10 samples of drink C, and 10 samples of drink D. What is the probability of a participant not getting drink A? Okay, and then example number 4 says find the probability of rolling, it should actually be an 8 on a 6-sided dice. Okay, so these are your 2 questions. Alright guys, have a great night. I will see you guys on Thursday.